Even today, there are corners of our world where the past refuses to reveal its secrets. Imagine walking where ancient cities once stood, now vanished, or standing before megaliths so immense, modern cranes would struggle to lift them. From lost civilizations beneath the ocean to tombs untouched for thousands of years, these are not fairy tales or legend. They're the unsolved riddles that keep historians awake at night. Today, you and I will travel together across continents and centuries, exploring the world's most baffling mysteries. So buckle up. If you're ready for a journey beyond the ordinary, hit that like and subscribe for a little extra luck. The adventure is about to begin. 1. The Forbidden Tomb of Qin Shi Huang. Beneath the misty hills of China's Shanxi province lies a tomb shrouded in more than 2,000 years of secrecy. This is the resting place of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor to unify China, a figure so powerful that his burial site remains unbreached to this day. The site sprawls for miles, guarded by the world-famous terracotta army, thousands of life-sized soldiers, each one unique, as if the emperor's real army was captured in stone. Ancient records describe a hidden palace underground, its rivers flowing with mercury and its ceilings studded with pearls to mimic a starry sky. Booby traps, poisoned arrows, and secret mechanisms are said to protect its riches. But why does the central tomb remain untouched, even with all our modern technology? Scientists worry that opening it would destroy its priceless contents. When the terracotta soldiers were first excavated, their painted colors faded in minutes. Add to that lethal levels of mercury in the soil, and an entire culture's reverence for the sanctity of the dead, and the answer is clear. Some mysteries are simply too dangerous to disturb. The tomb of Qin Shi Huang stands as a silent challenge to modern curiosity, a hidden world that may never be revealed. 2. The Vanished Tomb of Genghis Khan. Across the vast Mongolian steppe, another mystery endures. Genghis Khan, the world's most fearsome conqueror, lies somewhere, but his burial place is one of history's best-kept secrets. Legend says he demanded to be buried in total anonymity. His funeral procession is said to have slaughtered every witness, diverted rivers to hide the grave, and planted forests to erase any trace. Later, even those who helped build his tomb were allegedly executed. Over the centuries, countless explorers, archaeologists, and high-tech expeditions have searched for it, using everything from satellites to ground-penetrating radar. But the land is sacred, and Mongolian people see the search as sacrilege. What might be inside? Priceless treasure? Lost artifacts? Or simply the bones of a man who reshaped continents? For now, the wild grasslands of Mongolia keep their secret, and Genghis Khan's legend grows ever larger. 3. The Giant of Castelnau. Picture a quiet French village in 1890. Anthropologist Georges Vacher de la Pouge uncovers something that sends shockwaves through the world of science. Enormous bones, far larger than any known human remains. If the calculations are correct, they belong to someone over 11 feet tall. At first, scientists authenticate the discovery, but soon the bones disappear. Were they misidentified animal remains? Evidence of a rare disease? Or did giants once walk among us, as legends in nearly every culture suggest? With the bones lost to history, Castelnau's giant remains a ghost story, half science, half myth. 4. The Longyu Caves, China's lost labyrinth. In 1992, a Chinese farmer in Zhejiang province tried to deepen a pond and stumbled upon a colossal underground world. The Longyu Caves. 24 immense chambers, some as tall as a 10-story building, all carved with perfect symmetry, flawless lines, and mysterious parallel marks apparently created using tools and techniques not documented in any Chinese record. No debris, tools, or evidence of inhabitants, no mention in any text. Who created this vast network? Was it a place of worship, storage, or something else? The caves seem built in complete secrecy by hands far more skilled than history suggests. To this day, their purpose and creators remain unknown, a modern enigma carved deep in ancient stone. 5. The Megaliths of Baalbek. In the heart of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley, the ruined city of Baalbek hides a wonder that has stumped generations. Massive blocks of stone, some weighing more than 1,600 tons, lie scattered and stacked, forming the base of what would become the Roman Temple of Jupiter. No known ancient technology can explain how these stones were quarried, moved, or lifted. The largest, called the Stone of the Pregnant Woman, sits abandoned in the nearby quarry, as if the builders simply gave up. Some believe these foundations predate the Romans, relics of a lost civilization with knowledge far beyond what we imagine. The silent megaliths of Baalbek endure, inviting speculation, awe, and endless questions. 6. The Devil's Bible. Codex Gigas. Locked in a quiet Swedish library, the Codex Gigas is the largest medieval manuscript ever discovered. Nicknamed the Devil's Bible, it weighs as much as a person and measures almost a meter tall. Its pages contain not only the full Latin Bible, but also ancient knowledge, medical treatises, magical texts, and more. But it's the book's legend that chills the spine. It is said to have been written in a single night by a monk who made a pact with the devil. In the center of the manuscript is a full-page illustration of Satan himself, wild-eyed and monstrous, unlike any other depiction from the Middle Ages. Despite modern study, no one knows why the codex was made, or whether its story is true. Its pages are perfectly consistent, as if created by a single hand. Is it the work of genius, madness, or something more? The Codex Gigas remains one of history's most mysterious and haunted books. 7. Göbekli Tepe, the world's oldest monument. Deep in Turkey's Anatolian plateau, hidden beneath layers of earth for thousands of years, archaeologists unearthed a site that rewrote history, Göbekli Tepe. Dating back over 11,000 years, long before the Egyptian pyramids or Stonehenge, this temple complex features circles of massive stone pillars, each intricately carved with images of animals and abstract symbols. What's most mysterious is that hunter-gatherers with no evidence of farming or metal tools somehow organized the construction of these colossal structures. Even stranger, the builders deliberately buried Göbekli Tepe after centuries of use, preserving its wonders for modern discovery. Why was it built? Who were the people behind it? No one knows for sure. But Göbekli Tepe stands as powerful proof that ancient humanity was far more advanced and mysterious than we ever imagined. 8. The White Pyramid of China. Rumors of a vast, dazzling white pyramid hidden in China's Shanxi province have persisted since World War II, when American pilots claimed to see its shining sides from the sky. Stories say the monument was larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, its white limestone surface gleaming in the sunlight. Officially, China's government insists only ancient earthen burial mounds exist in the region. Yet satellite images have revealed multiple pyramid-shaped structures, and local legends continue to grow. Who built the White Pyramid and why? Was it truly a royal tomb, an ancient observatory, or the relic of a lost civilization? No outsider has ever been permitted to properly investigate. The truth remains as mysterious as the pyramid itself. 9. The Black Sarcophagus of Alexandria. In 2018, workers in Alexandria, Egypt, stumbled upon a massive black granite coffin buried 5 meters below the city streets. Heavier and larger than most sarcophagi ever found, it was completely unmarked. No name, no inscriptions. As rumors swirled about ancient curses and lost royals, archaeologists carefully opened the coffin only to discover 3 skeletons, 2 men and a woman, lying in foul-smelling water. There was no treasure, no evidence of nobility, only a mysterious death and an unanswered question. Why was such a massive, expensive coffin used for 3 ordinary people, and who were they? The secret of the black sarcophagus remains as dark as its granite walls. 10. The Piri Race Map. In 1513, Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis created a world map on a piece of gazelle skin parchment. What makes this map extraordinary is its accuracy. It shows the coasts of South America and Africa in remarkable detail, and even appears to include the northern edge of Antarctica centuries before it was officially discovered. Even stranger, the map seems to depict Antarctica without its modern ice sheet, a sight no human should have witnessed. Piri Reis claimed his sources were much older maps, possibly dating back to ancient Greece or Rome, or even earlier. Did the map preserve ancient knowledge, or is it an incredible coincidence? To this day, the Piri Reis map stands as a riddle no one has solved. 11. The Vanishing Clovis People. The Clovis people, who lived in North America around 13,000 years ago, left behind a trail of finely crafted stone spear points. For generations, they hunted mammoths and other giant animals, thriving at the end of the last ice age. Then, almost overnight, they disappeared. The reason for their sudden vanishing is unknown. Some scientists believe dramatic climate change wiped out the large animals they depended on, while others suspect a cosmic impact or natural disaster. No matter the cause, the disappearance of the Clovis people reminds us that even advanced cultures can vanish, leaving only clues for future generations. 12. The Rohank Codex. Hidden in a Hungarian library is a book that nobody can read. The Rohank Codex. Filled with more than 400 pages of mysterious symbols, accompanied by strange and sometimes religious illustrations, the script does not match any known language. Despite decades of effort by cryptographers and linguists, no one has decoded its meaning or origin. Some say it is an elaborate hoax, others believe it contains the secret beliefs of a lost sect, and some even imagine it as a coded record of a forgotten civilization. The Rohank Codex is a stubborn mystery, one that refuses to give up its secrets. 13. Stone Spheres of Costa Rica. Scattered across Costa Rica's jungles and plains, hundreds of large stone spheres lie silently. Ranging from the size of a fist to more than 2 meters wide, these orbs are perfectly round, carved with an incredible precision that even modern tools would find challenging. Archaeologists believe they were made by the ancient Dikis culture between 600 and 1500 AD, but their purpose is unknown. Were they used as markers for villages, symbols of power, or for astronomical reasons? No written records survive, and many of the spheres have been moved or destroyed, making the mystery even harder to solve. All that remains are the stones themselves, timeless and silent. 14. The Lost World of Doggerland. Long ago, between Britain and Europe, stretched a vast land of forests and rivers, Doggerland. About 10,000 years ago, people lived there, hunting animals, gathering plants, and living on what is now the bottom of the North Sea. But as the Ice Age ended, melting glaciers caused sea levels to rise. A devastating tsunami finally submerged Doggerland forever. Today, fishermen sometimes haul up ancient bones and tools from the sea, but no cities or settlements have been found. Was Doggerland a lost paradise or simply a bridge between worlds? The evidence remains hidden beneath the waves, a sunken memory of a forgotten time. 15. The Unfinished Obelisk of Aswan. In the scorching quarries of Aswan, Egypt, lies the world's largest known obelisk, still attached to the bedrock. If it had ever been completed, it would have stood over 40 meters tall and weighed 200 tons. Ancient workers abandoned it after a crack formed, but the obelisk gives us a rare glimpse into ancient Egyptian engineering. Chisel marks show how workers carved and shaped these massive monuments using simple tools, while the logistics of moving such weight remain daunting even now. Was the crack simply bad luck, or did something else halt its completion? The unfinished obelisk is a monument to both human ambition and the stubborn resistance of nature. 16. Kailasa Temple, India's monolithic wonder. Hidden among the rocky cliffs of Ellora, Maharashtra, the Kailasa Temple is a feat that challenges the imagination. Unlike other grand temples, this 8th century marvel wasn't built up stone by stone. It was carved downward out of a single mountain of basalt rock. The sheer scale is staggering. Towering pillars, majestic halls, detailed sculptures, and entire courtyards, all hewn from one continuous slab. Archaeologists estimate that more than 400,000 tons of rock were removed with just chisels and hammers. Legends claim it was constructed in 18 years by artisans racing to fulfill a queen's vow. But how did ancient builders create such complex symmetry and intricate carvings without modern equipment? Was it the work of genius, an entire guild of artisans, or knowledge now lost to time? The Kailasa Temple remains a masterpiece of mystery and devotion. 17. The Lost Library of Alexandria. Once the intellectual heart of the ancient world, the Library of Alexandria held hundreds of thousands of scrolls from every corner of the known world. Scientists, philosophers, and poets flocked here to study and debate, making it a beacon of knowledge and discovery. But centuries of war, fire, and neglect erased the library from existence. Some blame Julius Caesar's army for burning it in 48 BC. Others point to religious upheaval or the slow decay of empires. What priceless wisdom vanished in those flames? Did the loss of the library set human progress back by centuries? No physical trace of the library remains, only legends, lost names, and the eternal question: what secrets were lost with the world's greatest storehouse of knowledge? 18. Roman dodecahedrons. Across the fields of northern Europe, archaeologists have unearthed dozens of strange bronze objects, perfectly geometric dodecahedrons, each with 12 pentagonal faces, holes of various sizes, and small knobs at every corner. They date back to the 2nd or 3rd century AD. Yet despite their precision and artistry, no ancient writer ever mentions them. Were they tools, religious relics, gaming pieces, or astronomical instruments? Some suggest they were used for measuring distances, knitting gloves, or casting horoscopes. Others believe they held mystical or magical significance, explaining why they appear only in the outer provinces of Rome, never in Italy itself. The real answer remains lost. The Roman dodecahedrons are a true riddle, one that continues to fascinate and baffle historians. 19. The Dead Sea Scrolls. In 1947, a young Bedouin shepherd searching for a lost goat near Qumran stumbled upon clay jars hidden in a desert cave. Inside were ancient scrolls that would shake the academic world, the Dead Sea Scrolls. These parchments and papyri are over 2,000 years old and include early copies of the Hebrew Bible, apocryphal texts, and the unique writings of a long-lost sect. Why were they hidden in these caves? Many believe the Essenes, a reclusive Jewish group, concealed them to protect sacred writings from Roman invaders. Some scrolls are remarkably similar to modern texts, proving the careful preservation of scripture. Others contain prophecies, prayers, and rules found nowhere else. To this day, some fragments remain undeciphered, and theories abound about whether more secrets, and perhaps even new caves, are still waiting to be found. 20. The Moving Stones of Death Valley. In the sun-baked heart of California's Death Valley, something strange happens on a dry lakebed called Racetrack Playa. Heavy stones, some weighing hundreds of pounds, slowly slide across the cracked desert floor, leaving long, winding tracks behind them. Yet no one ever sees them move. For decades, the mystery sparked wild theories, magnetic fields, spirits, even aliens. Finally, in 2014, scientists caught the movement on camera. Rare winter rains create a thin sheet of ice around the stones. When the sun warms the surface, the ice breaks up, and the stones glide forward, pushed by gentle breezes. But not every stone moves the same way, and some tracks defy easy explanation. The sailing stones remind us, Nature's mysteries sometimes hide in plain sight. 21. The Lost Labyrinth of Egypt. Herodotus, the Greek historian, once claimed he saw a wonder greater than the pyramids, a vast labyrinth near Hawara, south of Cairo, with thousands of rooms, underground passages, and intricately carved walls. For centuries, its existence was doubted, dismissed as legend. But in 2008, ground-penetrating radar revealed a massive buried complex near the pyramid of Amenemhat III. Egyptian authorities quickly restricted access, and little new information has been released. What secrets does the labyrinth hold? Is it a royal tomb, a lost temple, or the resting place of ancient knowledge? For now, the answer lies buried beneath Egypt's sands, waiting for those brave or lucky enough to uncover it. 22. The Nazca Lines high in the dry Peruvian desert, enormous drawings, known as the Nazca Lines, stretch for miles across the sand. Made by removing reddish pebbles to reveal the lighter earth beneath, these geoglyphs form images of animals, plants, geometric shapes, and even what look like runways. Some are so large they can only be fully appreciated from the air, raising the question, who made them and why? Were they astronomical calendars, religious offerings, or messages to the gods? Despite decades of study, the Nazca Lines remain a riddle written across the earth itself, beautiful, haunting, and unexplained. 23. The Voynich Manuscript, tucked away at Yale University, is the world's most mysterious book. The Voynich Manuscript. Filled with hundreds of pages of bizarre symbols, unknown plants, strange diagrams, and naked figures bathing in green pools, the manuscript has confounded cryptographers and linguists for over a century. No one has deciphered its language or even agreed if it is a language at all. Some believe it is an elaborate hoax. Others think it encodes lost medieval or ancient knowledge. Every year, new codebreakers try and fail to unlock its meaning. Until someone cracks the code, the Voynich Manuscript will remain a timeless enigma. 24. The Antikythera Mechanism. In 1901, sponge divers off a Greek island discovered an ancient shipwreck, and inside it, a corroded bronze device. For decades, it was a puzzle. Only later did X-rays reveal the Antikythera Mechanism, a complex, gear-driven machine built around 100 BC. This device could predict eclipses, track planetary movements, and mark sporting events. An ancient analog computer, centuries ahead of its time. Who built it? Was it unique, or were more like it lost to the sea? The Antikythera Mechanism remains proof that ancient knowledge was sometimes far more advanced than we give credit for. 25. The Baghdad Battery. Among the artifacts unearthed in modern-day Iraq is a clay jar with a copper cylinder and an iron rod inside, dating back nearly 2,000 years. Some researchers believe this Baghdad battery could have generated a small electric charge when filled with acidic liquid. Was it used for electroplating, medicine, or ritual magic, or is it just a misunderstood storage vessel? The idea that ancient civilizations might have harnessed electricity fascinates and divides scientists. Whether practical device or accidental oddity, the Baghdad battery is a reminder that the past still holds surprises, and perhaps a few forgotten sparks of genius.